Hello YouTubers. Hey, how you doing today? My name is Anthony Harwell, and I just wanted to come check you guys out, give you a brief video about gun safety for new gun owners. Okay, things will be a little different if you're a seasoned gun owner. So there's different rules. You're gonna of course modify some of the rules and things that you do when you're carrying your gun. And of course these rules apply whether you're carrying, concealing, or if you're just having a gun at home for self-defense purposes. Okay, so out there in the gun world, there's tons of safety rules. There's rule after rule after rule, and of course there's no way to possibly you know, be as safe as you think you are. By that I mean you can never be too safe. All right. So continuing on, what I got here for you is two of my favorites. I've got my Cobra 380, and I have my 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. Okay, so if you're not new to the gun world, of course there's three rules that everybody lives by. Of course there's safety checking, a procedure called downranging, and as well as indexing. So I'll talk about each of those individually. Okay, first thing you want to do is a thing called safety checking. Okay, so you have your firearm, and for you new gun owners, your gun should always be empty. So you want to drop your magazine, you want to cock it back. Oh, well, make sure it's off safety. Cock it back, round comes out. Don't try to catch that round, because then your hand goes in different directions, and your gun may be possibly pointing at somebody when you go to catch that round out of the air. Of course, it looks cool on TV. People cock it back, round pops up, and guy snatches it, puts it in his pocket. That's all fine and dandy. But in the real world, you go to catch that points at someone, and nobody likes to have a weapon pointed at them, whether it's loaded or unloaded. Okay, so after you pop that round out, go ahead and cock it 2 more times. That's just like being overly safe, and we always want to be overly safe. You want to visually inspect your barrel, make sure there's not a round in there. Some people even like to stick their finger in there and make sure they don't feel anything. Okay, now that gun's unloaded. All right, same for this one. I'm gonna drop my magazine, cock it back, round flies out, and when this one doesn't lock to the back, this one does. So if you're ever on the range, you want to have it locked back. That way, if there's a safety officer, he can come, he can look, he can stick his finger in there. There's no round in there, no round in the bottom. Okay, you want to lay both your weapons on the table with the ejection port up. So if the range cadre is walking by, he can just take a quick look. His gun's empty, he's unloaded. All right, we're good to go. Give you the thumbs up. Okay, the next thing I want to address for new gun owners or new personnel to the range is a thing we call keeping your weapon down range. For this video, we'll consider that wall down range. That means there's going to be no physical presence in that area, no human life down in that direction. Okay, so we're going to always keep our weapons pointed that way. All right, when you're checking your weapon, it should be that way. When you're loading your weapon, it should be pointed in that direction. That way we have no accidents, no misfires, none of that crazy stuff that could happen. I don't know. But and last but not least, there's a thing called indexing. Index finger. When you go to hold your weapon, your finger should never be in the trigger well. If you can see, it should never be in there, but on the side, right there. Now, because there's no one here, I'm going to show you the other side of my weapon. I'll have to point it in this direction, which is the opposite of downrange, which is the opposite of what I just told you to do, but just for the video purposes only. All right, so because I'm right-handed, that's indexing. Your finger should rest on the side of the firearm, not in the trigger well, not on the trigger. Okay, they even make these little patches. I don't know if you can see them, these little patches right there, as reminders for your finger to lay on. Okay, they have them on both sides of your weapon. You got it on the other side as well. All right, and then not a part of my three fundamentals is I call it the at least the 2 lock rule. I like I like to have 3 locks on my weapons that I am not carrying on my person and that I leave in the house because I have children at home. So what I'll do is I have a trigger lock. It's a piece that goes there so no one can actually pull the trigger. And then I put it in a lock box, and then I put it in a gun safe. That way I have 3 locks on every firearm that I have, just in case your kids come across them. There's little to no chance that they'll be able to shoot themselves or shoot anybody else by accident. Okay, so all right, again, YouTubers, my name is Anthony Harwell. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you like and would like to see some more videos, click the link down below and subscribe. Thanks again.